So good evening and welcome to the channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm not reviewing a particular golf club or make or manufacturer golf club. We're going to be reviewing a particular style or concept of golf club. What I'm going to talk about today is these mini drivers. But what is so great about these mini drivers, and why should you have one in your bag? If we talk about the boring spec side of it, the size of the head is the first thing we need to talk about. And being a mini driver, it really just says it all really. So it's smaller than your traditional 460cc driver head, but bigger than your free would be, around about 170cc up to sort of 200cc, because they have started to make slightly bigger fairway wooded heads. So we've mentioned the size of the head being bigger than your freewood. It's also quite deep, so it's a lot deeper. When you address the ball, you can actually see more of the club face, which gives you a little bit more added confidence. The shaft, as you would imagine, is between a freewood and a driver shaft. This one's 44 inches in length. The length of shaft should give you a little bit more consistency and the ability to find the centre of the club more often, but providing us with more distance than what a traditional freewood length shaft would. If we look down from the address position, you'll notice it's quite a polished finish in the classic pear shape that we'd expect from Callaway. We've also got the grey alignment aid, which is a slight V or a chevron, as what Callaway have said previously. If we show the club from the bottom, the red-black combination of colour scheme is pretty striking, and I quite like that. We've also got quite a rounded back or bottom or sole plate, which should make it sort of quite versatile from a number of lies, whether you're going to hit it off the tee or off the deck, or maybe even out of the light rough. It's got the Callaway OptiFit hosel, which means it's adjustable. At the moment this one's 12 degrees. You can get them in less loft and more loft, but you can take it down to 11, or we can take it right the way up to 14, depending on what we want this particular club to do. The beauty of this particular adapter as well, you'll notice two separate letters and numbers. We've actually got 8 different combinations, because we can actually change the face angle from draw or into neutral. As we know as well, with this particular fitting, rather than it being set and you're stuck with the same shaft, if we do need to take the shaft out and change either length, flex, or even manufacturer's shafts, then we can quite easily remove that, as long as we've got the right fitting. As I said previously, if you're going to purchase a mini driver and just buy it off the internet like I did, I got this one from Golf Bidder, then get an adjustable one, because your PGA Pro will better adjust the club to suit your particular characteristics of swing. Initial impressions, I quite like the look of the golf club. It looks to me like a deep faced freewood. The length of shaft as well gives me a little bit of confidence. I'm going to be able to hit this off a variety of lies. Personally, I would need to be able to hit this from the tee and also from the fairway. So for this particular video, I'm going to keep it on 12 degrees of loft in a neutral head. So I've hit a few shots with the driver to warm up and just get a general feel of how it performs. Now we're going to use the flight scope, which I've recently purchased, to gather some more data, just to give us a little bit of an idea of how far this club's going, what the launch angle is, and some other stats that might be of interest to me and you. So for me, off the tee, I absolutely love the fact I can see a lot of face. It looks a large face as well for such a relatively small club head, and that gives me massive confidence. It's reasonably forgiving. I get a decent flight off it, as you could probably see by my numbers and my launch angle. The dispersion rate is again particularly good, and it's definitely playable for me off the tee and a great option. So these are the carry distances of the mini driver, and I'm probably losing sort of 20 to 25 yards of carry with this driver, although the flight is slightly lower. However, I'm definitely more accurate with this particular mini driver. For me, a slight issue is when I address the club and try and hit this from the ground without using a little tee, I can again see, like I said, I can see a lot of face, and that concerns me visually. I carry a 5-wood, which is, you know, maybe half the size of this face, and I like the lower profile golf club. But that is just my personal opinion. Some people will gain a lot of confidence seeing that face as well when they address the ball on the fairway. Performance-wise off the fairway, I'm a little less consistent than I am off the tee. This is the averages when I was hitting the mini driver off the deck, and it's launching at sort of 10 degrees, which is too low, and going the same sort of distance as my 5-wood. My distance has dropped again, as you'll see by the numbers. And for me, I don't think I'd want to hit this off the ground. I feel like I can get my 5-wood similar distance carry-wise to this driver. So for me, this is a brilliant option if I was ever struggling off the tee. Pop this in the bag on tighter holes or golf courses where hitting long distance drives is not really a premium. Probably the only time that I'd actually hit this off the fairway would be if I was playing on a links golf course and I needed a lower, more penetrating flight where we don't really want to get the ball into the air. However, most of my golf is played here at Churston and courses similar, which are almost like more parkland, more green, and not really links golf style courses. Plus at the moment I'm really enjoying hitting my driver, and having a bigger head will give me more confidence than what this mini driver currently would give me. If I had to drop a more lofted club out the bag to make room for this driver, the amount of times I'd hit it, I just don't think it's worthwhile me putting this driver in the bag. So has anybody actually tried a mini driver, or even better still, anybody watching this actually have a mini driver in the bag currently? I'd love to hear some of your experiences of using that club. For me at the moment, there doesn't seem to be any room for a mini driver. I'm enjoying hitting my driver off the tee, and my 5-wood is probably my favourite club. So maybe I wasn't the best person to try this out. However, I can see both the positives and negatives of carrying a mini driver. Thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, hit the like button. Remember to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you very shortly. Thanks for watching.